Hello everyone, welcome again to TestLodge tutorial. So in previous tutorial, I have explained about how to create test suites and then add test cases into the test suite. Let's discuss a bit more about the test suite. So I'm into the registration test suite that I created, and within this registration test suite, if you look closely, there are options to add sections within the test suite as well, right? So here I have added two test cases. So for example, now I want to name this section as, say, social or user registration using social media account, social media. Let me add accounts, and I want to add all the test cases which are related to user registration with social media account in this particular section. And then I can add another section which is basically user registration using email, right? So user registration using email ID, and I can have a separate test cases within this. So this is just, to explain you that you can still, within the test suite, you can have multiple sections to categorize your test cases accordingly, right? Now, if you go to these three ellipses here, you will see more options of copying the test cases that you have created here, importing the test cases, exporting the test suite, and then running the test cases that have been added here. So import and export I'll cover in a separate lecture, but I'll add a couple of more test cases that I have created into this particular file. So let me add these test cases and then we'll continue further. All right, so now I have added these test cases into different sections. So the first section is within this particular test suite is user registration using social media account, and the second section I have created is using the email ID, which has one test case. And these test cases are now associated with the requirement. So this is about the test suite. So now once we have created our test cases and then we have created the test suite, within the test suite we can have different sections, and within sections we can add our test cases, right? So these are the test cases that are available within the section. The next phase after you have designed your test case is basically to start executing the test cases, right? So once you have the test environment ready and set up, you can start executing the test cases. And in TestLodge you have TestRuns module. So if I go to the TestRuns module, I can create TestRun, the new TestRun, and then from that new TestRun I can start executing the test cases, and that's the actual the testing that happens. So you have the test cases that you have written, and now you want to execute those test cases on the application and see that the application performs or behaves as expected by the user story or by the end user. Okay, so I'll create a new test run. So to create a new test run, click on new test run and provide the name. So I'll simply say for example, just say test run in this particular case, or I'll just say test run 01, and then I have to select the test plan, right? So which plan, against which plan this test run is all about. So this is for the RCV app, so let me select this master test plan, and then you select the test suite and cases, right? So in the run you will have the test cases and test suite. So to select the test cases and test suite, just click on select test suites, and now because this particular test suite, login test suite, doesn't have any test cases, so it can't be selected in the test run because there are no test cases within it. So registration test suite has 4 test cases. I can select this, and then all the test cases within this particular test suite will get selected. If I want to select specific test cases, I can go to this test cases tab here, and I can deselect the test cases that I don't want to include in this particular test run. Since I want to include all the test cases within this particular test suite, registration test suite, I'll simply check this box, checkbox, and then close, right? And now you can see that registration test suite has been selected and 4 test cases have been selected within this test run. And then I can assign a particular user who needs to execute this particular test case. All right. So within the testing team, you will have multiple team members working together to handle or to test particular functionality. So you can assign the execution to the particular user. Now, since I do not have any more users in this particular instance, I'll simply select the person that is available here and just close. So now you can see the assigned user has been updated. And if I go to the test config, if I click on it, here I have the option for the test configuration. Okay. So on what all operating system or the web browsers I want to execute these particular test cases. So basically, permutation and combination. So for example, this test case I want to execute on, my application is supported on Chrome, Firefox, and Internet Explorer. So I'll select the configuration on which I want to execute these particular test cases and then simply close. Right, so this is the test config. Now, if you want to update the test config, you can add the new group. Okay, so new group, for example, here the first group is operating system, second group is web browser. So if I want to add another group, say platform, okay, then that particular group will be added, and then new configuration within that particular group, you can select that. So for example, in the operating system, I want to add Solaris operating system as well. I can simply add the Solaris operating system by simply clicking on the new configuration. Okay. Similarly, if I want to add any new browser to the web browser list, I can add that as well. So this is highly configurable. You can add the new configuration and new group as per the needs of your project. So now we have added the test suite, test cases, assigned the user, and then we have also selected the configuration where we want to execute these particular test cases. Now to add this test run, simply click on Add Test Run button here, and as soon as you will click Add Test Run, you will see that this test run contains a total of 12 test cases because we have 4 test cases that need to be executed on 3 different browsers, right? So Chrome, Firefox, and Internet Explorer are the 3 browsers where these 4 test cases need to be executed. And this test run, according to the test configuration that we have chosen, has created this test run accordingly, right? Now, in the right hand side, if you'll see, you can select the assigned user accordingly. So I'll select the assigned user and then status accordingly. So status is not started. If I click on search, then it will list the the test cases that are assigned to this particular user and not started into this particular search result. If you change the status and search, then it will list the test cases accordingly. So this is the search functionality that is being provided to search the test cases within the test run. Now, if I go to the right hand side in the ellipses, you will see that you have the option to run all tests, rerun tests, or view test run results report, then view requirements report, view associated test plan, and export test run as well. So prior to looking into these, what I'll do is I'll go to the test runs again, and I'll show you if you want to, say for example, add a new test run again apart from this test run 01, simply click on new test run and the process will be exactly same. Say for example, I want to add test run 2, then I'll select, say I don't want to select all of the test cases within the test suite. I'll simply select 2 test cases and close. Then assign the user, and then I'll select a different config in this particular case, say 4 config here, 4 browsers I want to execute these test cases, and click on add test run. So you will see if I go to the test run now, I'll see 2 test runs there. Okay, so the first second test run, it has 2 test cases needs to be executed on 4 browser. Then there are total 8 test cases that need to be executed. So let's go back to this test run 01, and in order to execute the test cases now, what a user or whosoever a person is being assigned, say for example assigned people, if I click on this assigned people, you will see that whosoever is being assigned the test cases, all those test cases and the person who is assigned those test cases will be available here. Then in the terms of individual test cases, you will see what all test cases are being available that needs to be run. Now to run these test cases, once that particular particular user logs in, he can click on run assigned test cases, and then the test execution or test run will start, right? So here, so based on the title, he'll perform the steps, he'll do the testing accordingly. If the expected results match what is being expected, then he'll put the actual results or comments, attach the screenshots if required, and then either mark as pass, fail, or skip accordingly. So if the test cases is behaving as expected on the Chrome browser, I can mark it as pass, and then the test case will be marked as passed, and at the top you will see that it has been updated. One test case has been marked as pass. Now say for example the second test case that I'm executing didn't pass successfully, then I can put the actual result and comments, and if there are some attachment or screenshot that I want to attach, I'll attach those files and mark the test case as failed. Then you will see that the number of execution, basically once you start executing, it will automatically keep moving to the next set of test case in that particular suite. So you can see the report is getting, or the dashboard is getting updated dynamically, how many are not run, how many failed and passed. And now say for example third test case I'm skipping at the moment, you'll see the skip test case has been marked as well. So let me mark the rest of the test cases as pass, fail, etc., so that we can see the report, right? So you'll see that 3 tests remaining, I'll mark them as fail, skip, and then the last one is pass. So once all the execution within that particular test run has been executed, you will see this dashboard in the test run with the pie chart, wherein it will show how many test cases passed, how many failed, and how many skipped. And then in the not run, there are 0 test cases. That means all of the test cases within this test run have been executed. How many of them have failed, how many of them have passed, and how many of them have skipped will be updated on this dashboard as well. And here it will show the tests as complete. And then if you click on the test run summary, it will give you the details of the summary as well in this particular format. All right, if you click on view test cases here, then it will show the results of the individual test cases in this particular individual cases. If you go to the assigned people, it will show the status of the test cases for that particular assigned user in this. If you go to summary, it will be the same page as we have seen previously. Right? So this is a brief about how you are going to create the test runs in TestLodge, and then actually add the test cases and execute the test cases into TestLodge. So that's all for this particular tutorial. Hope you like it. Please do share and subscribe, and thank you for watching.